Hi, I'm David Hankins.
And I'm Paul Hankins.
And this is A Week in Power Squared. So, as you might notice, we're wearing different T-shirts than we normally wear, as Paul can show you. This is the T-shirt, one of the T-shirts that's going to be available in our Kickstarter, which we've been working on today. This is we wanted to have sort of a collegiate T-shirt for the school where the boys attend. If you've read the comic book, you know they go to San Ramiro Community College. The Hound Dog's Howl is the student paper, and so this is the mascot, the Hound Dog.
Elvis the Howler.
Elvis the Howler. And so we wanted to have a T-shirt that was sort of, school spirit and all that. It'd be a little more immersive experience than just being, a picture of Marty or Eli or both on your shirt.
Yeah. Or just the Power Squared logo.
Yes, which is good. But so this is a little different, and this is one of the two T-shirts. We're going to have one that is Elvis the Howler in his full regalia. And these will be available as part of our Kickstarter, which we think will be next week.
Yeah.
So looking forward to that. Want people to know about it. And, we're, of course, counting on you to support us. And hopefully you will also tell other people that we're doing this.
Yeah.
So word of mouth is really important to us.
It really is.
So this week, and the week goes from Sunday to Saturday. So
yeah.
This week we got 4 pages from Trevor, lettered from issue number 12.
Yes.
And we did get some pages this coming week, but we'll talk about that next week.
Yeah.
From Rachel. But right now we just have the 4 pages. And so that's kind of what happened in the world of Power Squared. We worked on the Kickstarter and we got 4 pages from Trevor.
Yeah.
Which is always good. Always good to get stuff. Want to remind people that we do a weekly podcast on Podbean and on iTunes called On the Air with Power Squared.
Yes.
Paul and I sit down every Friday and talk about something to do with the comic book, not like this. It's not a week of what happened this week, but sort of how we came about the comic book, the characters. This week we talked about writing the first issue, the first storyline.
The development that went into that.
Right. And it was, I think, kind of fun.
Yeah.
And we do one of those every week. And we encourage you, there'll be a link below, and we encourage you, of course, to listen to that. And, of course, tell your friends that you're listening to it. All helps. All right. So enough of the commercials. We wanted to talk a little bit about, we like to talk about other things besides just ourselves, even though we're really super interesting.
Yes.
We're going to talk a little bit about some animation that we're interested in, excited about, that's either come out recently or is going to be coming out soon.
Yeah.
So you want to start off with that?
Sure. So in the realm of anime, we mostly watch through Toonami.
Okay.
Because it's a controlled way of catching up with things. 1 episode a week dubbed, and we don't have to do as much to follow things.
Okay.
So the first thing is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, since Toonami has just started airing Part 5, Golden Wind.
Right.
So we've seen all the other JoJo parts before, right?
Yes, and have you seen this one not dubbed?
Yeah, I watched this one subtitled.
Okay.
JoJo is actually the only anime I'm willing to watch that way.
Okay. So yeah, we're watching this dubbed every Sunday.
Yeah.
And so this is the 5th chapter or 5th season.
Part. Yeah, the 5th part, 4th season.
Right. Okay. And so we're watching that, and it's started out kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of nice that it's some of the characters from the last part, kind of in a new environment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Having seen this part ahead, personally, I think it has some of my favorite stand battles from the series.
Okay.
Because the stands get really interesting with their abilities without spoiling too much or at all.
Okay.
They're kind of overpowered to an extent, but that actually makes some of the fights more interesting to some extent.
Okay.
What did you think of the previous JoJo parts?
We were talking about this. I liked the last part.
Part 4?
Yeah. 'Cause it was kind of interesting to, see I'm terrible with which JoJo it is. They all have different names.
The JoJo of Diamond is Unbreakable is Josuke Higashikata.
Okay, so that just rolls off my tongue. I can barely say my own name 3 times fast. So, yeah, I liked, he had this little group of friends, and then he brought in the JoJo from the previous parts.
Jotaro.
Yeah.
And Joseph.
Yes. So it was kind of a nice little, 3 generations, or actually 2 generations of the family, or 3 generations of the family.
3.
Okay. And because one was they're both grandsons, right?
What Jotaro is Joseph's grandson. Josuke is Joseph's illegitimate son.
Right. Okay. So yeah. So that was interesting. So basically he was sort of his uncle.
Yeah.
Okay. Very confusing for me. But I have family trees always throw me off. So I thought that was kind of interesting, a little mix of characters.
Yeah.
And it was nice. It kind of took place in one. It wasn't the epic journey that previous 2 parts were. So,
Part 4 was localized entirely within Morio.
Right. Now, is this one going to be totally located just within Italy, or is it?
It got Part 5 is mostly in Italy, although part of their journey takes them to Rome,
which is in Italy.
Yeah.
Okay.
But different parts of it.
Okay. All right.
Instead of just one town.
All right.
I guess.
Right. Okay. All right.
I'm an idiot.
No. All right. So the other one we're starting to watch is
One Punch Man season 2.
Right. It's a different look than season 1.
Yeah. It changed animation studios. Madhouse did the first season, but they normally don't do season 2s. So this one was animated by JC staff.
Right. It's a slightly different look to it, but it's still got the same sort of dry humor and
Yeah. And it's adapting the same material.
Right. Yeah. It just looks slightly different.
Yeah.
But not that. Oh my God, different.
Yeah, it's just something you get used to.
Right. I'm still getting used to it. No. All right, and I like that's a very interesting character. He's just sort of underwhelming in his ability to be really cool. It's kind of interesting.
Yeah,
he's not respected for what he has.
Yeah,
but yeah, he's good. I like it.
Yeah, Saitama is a fun character.
Right. Okay, so that's what we're watching now. That's out and coming soon is
My Hero Academia season 4 on Toonami.
Season 4, wow. Just didn't realize there's 3 seasons already gone.
Yeah, I believe that one starts early November.
Right.
Not this coming Saturday, but the next one.
Okay. And I'm curious to see where it goes.
Yeah. My Hero Academia is one of the better shonen series I've seen recently. It's interesting how it manages to handle an ensemble cast, but still follow Deku or Midoriya as the main character. And
the episode of One Punch Man we watched today, kind of reminded me of sort of a story arc that was going on in my area.
With Stain the Hero Killer.
Right, and the guy, and I forget I can't pronounce his name, but he was the
Garo.
There you go. He was the hero killer in this episode.
Yeah.
And I don't know if he continues. I haven't seen it, but
I've read ahead in the manga to an extent. Garo is kind of the main villain right now.
Okay, so he's kind of a hero killer too, and that kind of reminded me of that whole story arc, and which I guess is still going on. Well, they had Stain, but then there's the villains. But the idea that there was somebody out there trying to kill the heroes, kind of was like, okay, and especially the lesser ones were sort of easy targets for him. Yeah. So it kind of reminded me of that, which is probably true of any. They both have these sort of hero, communities.
Hero organizations.
Yeah, and so that probably would be a similar storyline. Like, all sitcoms seem to have the same kind of storylines.
Yeah, but it's interesting how they're both kind of different.
Right. Yeah, they're not the same, but it was just reminding me of like, oh yeah, that's kind of like.
Yeah. I guess you could say one interesting difference is in My Hero Academia, Midoriya is trying to become the #1 hero.
Right.
Like he's trying to become the strongest. Saitama, on the other hand, is already he's already obtained ultimate power, and he's kind of bored as a result. But he does go underappreciated.
Right. Yeah. Right. Well, and there's also, I mean, in Hero Academia, they sort of underappreciate the ability that these students have.
Yeah.
They're kind of, don't use your, superpowers outside of school and all that kind of stuff. It's a little bit of, similar treatment, but yeah, it is interesting that he could be the #1 hero and he just doesn't really care enough to push for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
So My Hero Academia, I'll just say of My Hero Academia, I've read ahead with the manga.
You believe that? Okay.
I think season 4 is going to be very interesting animated.
Okay. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
And then the other thing we're looking forward to
is an Adult Swim show, Rick and Morty.
Okay, that for
season 4.
They have like 7 seasons to go.
Yeah, they got, after season 3 was successful, they got a 70 episode order, which was unprecedented in the world of animation.
So I imagine when that finally gets done, you'll be doing this with your son or something. It took what, 5 years to do three seasons or something?
Yeah, 31 episodes.
Yeah.
So if Rick and Morty season 4, they're going to come back with 5 episodes now, as the ad's been implying, and then later, probably in January or so, they're going to show the other 5.
Okay, well, that's kind of well, you also don't want to burn through episodes over the holidays when nobody's really,
Yeah, it's probably smart to split it up for that reason.
Right.
What do you think of Rick and Morty before that?
I like it. It's very odd, very strange. You don't know what they're going to do. A portal gun can open up anything.
Yeah.
I like that idea that you really don't have any idea what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting, the little family dynamic they have going, or not going, and the
get a job, Jerry.
So yeah, I've enjoyed the sort of the unraveling of it. I mean, I remember the summer we started really watching it, and it was also, there was a April Fool's when it was supposed to be something else, and it was Rick and Morty.
Samurai Jack.
Right.
During that April Fool's weekend during Samurai Jack season 5, they instead just continuously aired the first episode of Rick and Morty season 3.
Right. That was like, wow. I think that might have been the first episode I ever saw.
Yeah, I think that was our first real exposure.
It kind of was very mind blowing. It was really cool.
Yeah.
So
we caught up through all 3 seasons.
Yes, and we actually have the Blu-ray set.
Yeah.
Which is, yes, we still have Blu-rays and DVDs and records and CDs.
With Rick and Morty, I would say the show it's funny, but it's also kind of nihilistic at times.
Yeah. Yeah, he's like almost all powerful. He's like all powerful Oz, but he's real person as opposed to the guy behind the curtain.
Yeah.
Yeah, faking it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're going to do with season 4, but based on what we've seen in like the ads, it should be interesting.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And that starts when?
I believe that starts November as well.
Okay. So coming up in.
I forget the exact date because they already said it. I think it might be late November.
Okay. So a month from now.
Yeah.
Okay. Right around Thanksgiving?
Maybe.
And then you start to
before that, I think.
Okay. Hopefully, because then you're starting to burn through the holiday.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be a quick one this year. It's like we lost a week between Thanksgiving and Christmas or something like that. It's
yeah.
The same. So fast those, which of course, T-shirts from the Kickstarter would be really good gifts, right?
That's right.
Yeah. So just want to throw that in as we wrap up the show.
So if you like this video, leave a like, subscribe if you want to see more, ring the notification bell if you want to see exactly when these videos go up. Leave a comment if you have any thoughts on the shows we discussed in this episode, or if you have any feedback about the channel in general. Anything helps us out.
Right. And you can subscribe through YouTube or through the website at powersquaredcomicbook.com/join. Got that one right. And we hope to see you next week. So until then, I'm David Hankins.
I'm Paul Hankins.
And this has been a week in Power Squared.